All right, give me 1 second to do a sound check so that way I know I'm coming through on YouTube. Testing 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Oh, perfect. There we go. Let me get my checklist up. And let me get one more little drink of water. All right, I think we're good. All right, so we are back for part 9 of Oh my god, Laura needs to go rescue Splinter from the clutches of Krang Stream in Elden Ring. By that, I mean I am doing this as a fundraiser to try and raise funds so that way she can partake in a once in a lifetime opportunity to perform at Carnegie Hall with her choir, the Morris Park Singers. They were invited out to do a piece, if I am not mistaken, or a multitude of pieces by one of these composers that they performed a piece of his at one of their last concerts. And they liked it so much that they invited him out. However, they are on the hook for getting out to New York, performing, and going back home themselves. That's where I come in. I am raising funds for her to be able to get out there and do her thing without the worry of the whole financial burden of being able to experience such a cool thing. So here we are. We're in Elden Ring, and we're about to get going. So I have my checklist. We should be good to go. And let's do it. Now, if you remember this guy from a few parts ago, he is actually a merchant now.
Now, I suppose I'm free. I can do whatever takes my fancy. Can I, mate?
Let's see. Does he have anything that I really need? I don't think so. I already bought the buckler from him. Has a fist weapon. He has some item drop stuff. We're good for right now. We already got 3 bloody fingers for what we want to do for Altus Plateau. Now we're good. Let's go on to the next area. Next area is actually very pretty. However, it can be a little treacherous. And it is very focused around magic. So there's a good possibility I will be croaking here at least once, twice, maybe 19, 30, 50 times. Shabriri Grape is for a side quest. We definitely want that. And just for talking purposes, you can talk to the ghost. Maiden, dear Maiden, where are you? Please, take my grapes. Welcome to the lake shore of Liurnia of the Lakes. Let's have a seat here. Yeah, you got a good view of everything here. Oh, it's my monkey friend. Let's talk to him.
Good to see you, Master. Do you remember me? I'm Bok, the demi-human. You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing from scratch, but I'm happy to make adjustments to your garments.
So basically, his whole thing is if you have a set of armor that you want to alter, you can. So, like traveling garb, stats get reduced on it, but you get a different look for it. It doesn't affect the stats that much, but it's enough for me to be like, yeah, I'll forego for now. Since I'm not wearing this, though, I will make him happy and just do this. Perfect.
Oh, please do be safe on your journeys.
I will do that, sir. Thank you for your loyal service. All right, before we go into that little graveyard over there. Okay, that's not a... We're going to come in here because guess what? It's another church, which means... Dun 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 dun, sacred tear. Oh, and there's somebody else.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
I can donate 10 runes. That's paltry, man.
Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Thomas. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries as promised. Only none of them are particularly great.
Okay, so we have 2 of these spells already. We already have Glintstone Pebble. We already have Glintstone Arc. But we don't have Starlight. And all Starlight does is if you want something a little bit better than the lantern you wear around your waist, or you want to free your hand of a torch, go ahead and utilize this.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right, I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
Tell us more about this.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone, merely a hint of talent for sorcery, but still, my place is at the Academy.
What do you know about Selen, the lady back in Limgrave?
You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the Academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the Academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selin would never do such things.
That's what you think, sir. All right. Thank you for the conversation, but now we're going to come over here. There is a scroll in there, and a bunch of undead pop up, so we're just going to rush in and take it. There we go. Get out of there. And there is a camp down here that we can infiltrate. There's really nothing too valuable in here, but we're still going to stop in. Oh yeah, you guys are pretty strong out here. We are definitely going to have to upgrade our weapon. I don't know how that dude didn't hear us, but we'll take advantage of that. Sneak up behind him, give him a hug. Oops, wrong button. More bolts. Sneak up and give him a hug. And that's the camp, because we got ourselves a flask refill. So there is a cookbook that we can get. Why is it always dung? I'll appraise it just because it's a hidden message. I think there's smoldering butterflies here. Yep, 6 of them. We got a whole farm of them up by War Master's shack, which we still have a boss there that we can attempt to do, but I am not feeling too confident with him just yet, so. Come down here, discover another site of grace, and a merchant.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter, no matter. Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Mum is the word. Alright, so he has those and those. Ooh, crystal dart would be good. Give me a second. Adjust my mic there for a second. And believe it or not, I'm going to keep that meat dumpling. Mostly because for a summon later, that can come in handy. I'm going to keep those. Oh no, I just sold my parrying dagger. That's okay, I got a butler. I got a butler, apparently. Not going to use that. No. No. I won't use that, but I still won't sell it. I can always farm more of those if I want it. I'll keep the katana. I never use the partisan. Never use the lance. I won't use the golden halberd. I wouldn't even use the cipher pata. But I will get that. The reason being are these crystal darts. Excuse me. Crystal darts, when thrown in enough quantity at your opponent, will mark them as an enemy to any other area. God, they will mark them as enemies to every other enemy in the area. There, why was that so hard, man? Whoopie doobie. I need more thin beast bones. You know. Oh, no. Sir, that's not what I want to do. I'm going to confer with my checklist because there is a place where I can farm up thin beast bones like there's no tomorrow. Okay, item 520. Oh my goodness, I can't believe. Hold on now. I don't know how it left me, but this lady.
Hello? Is someone there? My name is Hayata, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any sugary grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
Oh, well, I just found a grape sitting on the floor in a castle basement. Here you go.
Many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
Perfect. So we get another gesture. All right, so that takes care of that. Okay, remember this number, 549. I am going through this to see when I will be going for okay, I'll be going for the Shafra River well in a little bit. I should say probably not for this part of the video. However, I will be going for it relatively soon, probably in the next part. In the meantime, that's where we're going. There we go. Now we can start collecting even more new stuff. Pick that up. We have ourselves a new map. Now this section actually comes in 3. The middle section will need a map thing for, and the western slip will need a map for. However, this is more than enough for right now because we need to go this way. And over there where the jellyfish are. Oh, no. Lobster Man bad. And here we are at our first dungeon for Liurnia. As you can see, we got to upgrade to our flask, upgrade the amount it can heal by. We are up to +5, so we are doing wonderfully. The only worthy thing in here that I can see getting is I have listed here a sage set. And this is also full of poisonous plants and swamp and generally just an unlikable, I hate it kind of area. Let's see how not careful I can be so that way I end up. There we go. Armor ahead, but be wary of groups. So this is the right way. How did you get stuck in the swamp? I am so confused. Ooh, this is a strong one. Alright, serpent arrows are good for poisoning stuff. Oh, quick step would be really good in here. Alright, so that's it. Now we can start the rush to get over to the Clean Rot boss. And he actually has a pretty handy talisman on him. Normally, I'd say that'd be a really good sniper point. However, alright, it is very important that I get my summon. There we go. As long as you let your summon do most of the tanking, if you're a mage, then you should really have no problem with standing back, slinging a couple spells at him, and calling him a day. And the insignia I got. No. There we go. Raises attack power with successive attacks. So if you are basically going I don't remember after how many hits it kicks in. I think maybe after like 2 or 3. Some of them kick in after 5, so I'm kind of in the dark about that. But at the very least, if you want to use that for a cheap way to up your attack power, might be a good thing for you to look into using. Alright, next up, we are going to an Everjail. And we're going to spend a little bit of time kind of in this area, but that is our first destination. And the fastest way to get up there is with a spirit mushroom. Fast. God dang it. Okay, so the fastest way to get up there is with the spirit spring. We're going to fight a boss up there. He can be kind of tricky. But here we are. I will use Magic Glint Blade. Let me see here. We can't use the Spirit Summon, so Exalted Flesh, no. That would actually be really good. We'll pop you on. Let's get to the edge of this. Flask. Fire protection. Lock on. Just do 3 at a time. I got you. Oh, now he's gonna start doing that stuff. Yes. Got him. And we get a new spell out of that. Life is good. Another boss falls to my cheapness. Woohoo! Okay, and next up we have a spell book and another spell. Both of them are in a camp off yonder. Right up the road here. Right down the road! If you know what that reference is to, you are my best buddy. Careful in here, you have some vulgar militiamen who are going to throw some smoke bombs at you, try and get you turned around. Just rush out of there. Do not spend time there. Not worth it. And up there with the red kind of canopies is what you are going for. Ooh, I got a refill. Very nice. Let's give those guys a wide berth. These guys can be a pain in the butt in the best of times. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, for God's sake. Alright, big guy's gone. Oh, that's not good. Now everybody's coming for me. Good, another refill. Enemy group down, which means we should have free reign over the camp. Dappled cured meat, I think that's good for building up your resistance to every ailment. Poison, death, frost, all that. Fire sperm. Oh, I thought that was a spell for some reason. Never mind, it's just a gesture. But this is good. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. Okay. Off to the next portion. So we could go back here and just retrace our steps to find the next cave we got to get to. We don't need to do that, simply because we're already on the water level. We can retrace our steps going back here. And there it is. Arterial leaf. Let's rest up. If you hear that, that means we're in a demi-human cave. I don't know if you could hear that at all, but that's what we're at. So we're looking for a few things in here. A couple of talismans. One you find before the boss, one you get for fighting the boss. And not only that, this is the location of yet another side quest that you can complete, but won't be completed until near the end of the game. But it's still nice to come in and take care of it. So, let's go around and clear some stuff out. See if we can find this stuff without having to cheat sheet our way around stuff, and then go from there. Let's get our... Oh, wrong. Nothing up that way. Oh, eye is itching, man. Ooh, okay, you're the big boy. Not a good day for you, though. Okay. I can see you. Now, question, because that's the box we want to get to over there. That has a talisman in it. Is there a way we can sneak around? I don't think so. Apparently, he does not have good peripheral vision. Sneak around and give him a hug. Spirit Talisman. This is, well, it's right there. Enhances counterattacks that are unique to thrusting weapons. So I'd imagine that's more along the lines of spears or Estoc type weapons where you can kind of turtle yourself behind a shield, keep your shield up and poke at them while you're in defense. Oh, that was not a good drop, but okay, we'll take it. Okay, yeah, well, don't jump that way. There's two. There's three. This might be a stupid idea. Well, it was a stupid idea, but I came out ahead of it. I'm good. Okay, once again, cotton can be used in a recipe to lower the chances of losing health on longer drops. 2, 4, and a lump of flesh. I see you guys. Ouch. Yep, that is a boss room. We are going to do that. Get that. Perfect. Now we have something that increases FP. Raises maximum focus points. One of these days I'll start reading those item descriptions to you because you can miss a lot of story if you don't pay attention to the items. However, I can also leave that to you so that way if you play through it, there's no spoilers. You don't have to worry about me ruining things for you. So I think that might actually be better. come out here and get a Trina's Lily, and those are always random. I just pick them up whenever I see them.
Foul tarnished. What do you want? I told the old hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough? I told the old hearing brute already that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
The all-hearing brute she is referring to would be Offner, the dude that kind of runs the round table hold. That's my theory. Or it might not be a theory. That might be a foregone conclusion. Get that bonfire because we will be back later. And you can pick up another rune arc, which will be very handy because I know we will be dying. When you die, the power of the great rune that you have equipped goes away. Not very good all around. What are we at right now? I should be doing more vigor and more mines, that way I can get more casts out, but I'm not really doing that much casting right now. But I do need this up so that way I can get to 38 for Night Comet. Dang it. You know what? Survivability is more important. Alright, so that's that. Okay, what do I have next on my Big Steve to-do list? We need to go kind of up in this. You know what? I'm going to skip doing a lot of. I'm going to skip the checklist right now. I want to get this all mapped out. So we already got part 1. It's good for the eastern portion of Liurnia. Then I'll go for this portion. And then I'm going to go for the western portion. And it's actually pretty easy, so you're about to be in for a good ride. Follow along. Discover Grace here and have a seat. That resets all those angry bozos trying to chuck whatever magic they have at you. You can pick this up as long as you're over here, which is another cookbook. But since I'm going to be mapping stuff out, I am going to refrain from picking anything else up unless I see a mushroom. Not even going to pick that stuff up. I'll double back for it. Oh, I lied. Okay, get up the stairs. Hit this teleporter. This takes us to the Raya Lucaria gate. of which you do need that glintstone key that Mr. Thops was talking about. And the map shows you where to get the key if you pay attention to your map. But we haven't mapped that portion out yet. See? And that's what we're going to fix. We're going to come to this little beacon right here. See if I can place it exactly where I need it to be. For real, dude? Alright, here's what we're going to do. Oh, because we're in the middle of getting attacked by Mr. Stupid down there. Yes, we are even going to skip getting that golden seed. For now. Might as well pick those up as long as we are here, and let's get the heck out of Dodge. Curl back to the east. And we will pick up the new map fragment. So that way we can see exactly where the heck we are going. Yes, I am even sacrificing my mushroom pickup game just to be able to map this out for you guys. Alright, so now we got the middle section of Liurnia taken care of. A lot more stuff you can see, and this is very helpful. So, next location that we are going to hit up, if you're following along, it's just a little dot out in the middle of nowhere. That's where we're going.
Hello, friend. Tell me if you know, would you, the whereabouts of the hidden house of those despicable fiends, the recusants who hunt their fellow tarnished. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya, and I refused to let the insult stand. The tale of House Hoslo is told in blood. I, Dialos, swear to deliver the message. They laid hands upon my servant Lanya. The tale of High.
Okay, well, about that not doing anything, I guess, you know, we ran into it, we might as well. So when I see it on my checklist, we will not bother with it. And it should be cleared out by the time we get back to it anyway. Yes, I'm looking over there because there's a scarab that has, I think it's smithing stone if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Clear that out. And this takes you to the last map fragment. Boom. Liurnia is now completely mapped out. And there is a site of grace really close to here, so you can go kind of southwest for that. Head it up, and there we go. Liurnia is completely mapped out for our needs, purposes, whatever. But now we can go back to the Laskia ruins. Now we've already got the cookbook that was sitting right there. Do I have a finger seal? I gotta have... Yeah, one of these two will work just fine. I do not, however, have heal, which would make some of these enemies super easy to deal with. Take a trip back to the round table hold real quick. Yay, the air conditioner went off. I can hear myself think.
Well then, would you like to learn an incantation?
We still don't have enough faith to be able to do that. Well,
May the golden orb...
guess we're going to have to hoof it. Back to the Laskia ruins. Let's get our inventory squared away here. The only things I'm really looking for are... There is a new pot that we can get over here. And a bell. There's that. Alright, this guy's gonna hurt. Oh yeah, my dude's dead if I don't get out of here. Ugh. That's... nope. This guy is a jerk. Jesus. Well, at least drop something kind of nice. I hate those enemies with a passion. That's why I was like, can I do a heal spell? And it's like, nope, you aren't doing the faith build this time, sir. I might just have to stop at a site of grace just to relax a little bit. Okay, next up. Coming over here. Old friend.
Oh, well. It's been a long while. It's me, Patches the Untethered. I'm still in business, if you can believe it. Now I'm my only supplier, so I haven't got much. But everything here is top-notch. Patches Emporium, now open in Rea Lucaria. By the way, have you met that girl, Raya? She's a strange one, but I believe she was in need of help. Not that it's any of my business, but if she rings your bell, why not lend her an ear?
Oh, what else you got to talk about?
You're making your way to the Erd Tree, no? Well, I heard something that might help. A special means of reaching your destination. Have you ever seen an Iron Virgin? The clunky contraptions are whirlwinds of sickles and spiked wheels. But long ago, they were endowed with a spell of transposition. And get this, a surviving virgin sits at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Rea Lucaria. Its transpositional powers fully intact. So right, if you get caught in it on purpose, it'll chuck you out straight at the base of the Erd Tree. Or so I'm told. Oh yeah, great story, isn't it? I'll tell you as many times as you like. There's a surviving Iron Virgin at the bottom of the big water wheel in the Academy of Rea Lucaria. And I heard if you...
Yeah, just get caught in it.
Cheers for that.
So usually you take what he says with a grain of salt.
Forgot something on your shop. No.
That is something you definitely want to pay attention to.
Cheers for that.
So in here, while you're going through, there is kind of a pit at the bottom of this. And there is a very tall enemy, mechanical, that will grab you and throw you into its little tummy and bite at you and whatever. And it'll kill you. However, it will transport you way up there, past where my white pointer is. It is actually very handy if you just want to skip the majority of anything to get to Altus Plateau. Scenic Isle is discovered. Now, kind of want to backtrack over to the east, and we want to come to this area with the ruins here. I like to put a marker right about there, and then I can access it from the Liurnia Lakeshore site of Grace. You're basically looking right where you need to go, but you do want to make sure that you're careful once you get into that area, because there is a lobster that will absolutely make your life a living hell. Not fun in any way. Take that dog out first. Oh, please don't. Do not blow your horn, sir. Thank you. Jump in here, get your sneak on. Roll over and down here. You get a couple things down here. You get a Shabriri grape, as well as a Two Fingers heirloom. And get in the right menu, dude. This raises faith, which might actually come in handy if you want to equip the heal spell to do damage to those things that I already almost died to here. Give me a second. Let's do a reading of the Shabriri grape, just so that way you can see the grossness of this. The item effect is a yellowing, oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and the inside is squishy, not unlike a large, overtly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light. So basically, you're feeding her eyeballs. They're not grapes, they are eyeballs. Soylent Green is people. All right, let us let me off my horse. I made a mistake. Not what I wanted to do. Oh, please. All right, we're good. Come around down and head to the west-northwest, where you will run into...
Hello? Is someone there? Would you donate any Shabriri grapes in your possession to me? I'm on a pilgrimage in search of the distant light, and when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel the light in the back of my eyes.
We'll give it to you.
You're not like the others who give me grapes, are you? They rest their trembling hands upon me. Howling wordlessly, they gently stroke my eyes. Their frail fingers, emaciated. Yet still, they give me the grapes. But you seem somehow firmer. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you.
That's not creepy at all where you're eating somebody's eyeballs. I digress. We are heading north-northeast. And picking up another site of grace. There it is. Should be the highway north portion of things, if I have this labeled correctly. Yes, it is. All right, we wanted to save a Starlight Shard from earlier. But we're going to get this one. Just that way we don't forget every single last one of them. I have this listed on the wrong side. Sometimes my writing can get a little jerky sometimes, but hello, dog. All right. Yeah, I'm confusing. Maybe I wrote it because I did a lot of writing for this checklist. And there are times where I think I wrote something down right, but on a couple of things I did not double check. And I am about to find out. Oh no, I was right. Follow the cliffside. It'll be by a bowl. Starlight Shard. Those can be used for picking up some puppets later on. Let's go back to Liurnia Highway North, and we are going to hit up some catacombs. And if you look, kind of get your camera right where the top of my hat is pointed. There's a statue that leads you down that way. Do not stop for anything in here. There are more of those vulgar militiamen. And as you get to the bottom here, you're going to kind of curl around this bad boy. And straight to another catacomb. I'm checking the items that I can get in here. Looks like a helmet, a weapon, another kind of giant's carving or prattling pate, they call them in here, and ashes all before the boss. So there's 4 items we can get. There's usually an ambush around this corner. Dang it. Come on. There we go. And all you want to do is just kind of be careful around corners. Typical stuff for any Dark Souls or Bloodborne game. And just kind of, yeah, I hear somebody. Really, dude? So one thing I can give to these headphones is that if you are listening over the speakers on a regular television, you don't get nearly the amount of detail coming through those speakers as I do through these headphones. So kind of glad I dropped the extra money to be able to get these. I can see you. Oh. Trust me, we'll be back this way because we got to drop down. Okay, I'm going to start on the bottom first because there is my sword is not doing much to him. There we go. Yeah, there are some nasty big boys down here. I have a 5, but I don't have a 3. How is that even possible? Dang, man. I need to go around Liurnia and do some collecting. Then there's this guy. Very selective with what you do. Oh, I'm dead. Okay, well, I'm not dead. Oh, God. I got a better idea. You come this way. Woof, that was rough. The reason I did that is because you have two smaller little jerks up there. Okay, we got a rune arc. There's no hidden walls here, if I recall correctly. We can use a stone sword key to get in here. And you little jerk. Very good. Sorry for the quiet. I have to concentrate, mainly because I am, well, when you're bad at a game and you want to try and do well, that would be the reason why. Alright, so the bubble tier broke. Boo. I can hear you and see you. Oh, for God's sake, really? Okay, now here's the problem. We got to go back down there. We got to fall into this pit. There's that guy right there. There are also bushes down there. I'm going to take my chance and I'm going to go whee. Sir? Sir, please. Settle down. We can talk this out. Okay, that's enough. No, sir. Did I miss something? No, I don't think I did. Oh, those little jerks can climb friggin' ladders. All right, we're good. We're good. Totally good. Nothing to write home about. No issues whatsoever. Oh, this might not end well, but here we go. No, bad. Alright, we survived. And it's nothing to even write home about. Give me a second. Hey, everybody, say hello to the wife. Hello, wife. She thought when I said that, she said, go away, wife. And technically, that's what the stream is about. We're trying to raise funds so that she can go away to Carnegie Hall, but she's going away. Not on my behalf. You're like, please get me out of here. I can only put up with this lunk for so long. Or something along those lines, right? No?
That's for you.
No, it's not for me.
You're like, go away, wife.
I need you around. Who am I going to torture every day?
I mean, cats.
Yeah, but they're not as fun as torturing as the wife.
Oh, come on, buddy. It's time for bed.
And with that, wife has grabbed the Bumbles.
It's time for bed.
And she is kidnapping Bumbles and going into the bedroom. He looks so traumatized. Everybody say goodnight to the wife. Night, wife. Get some sleep. All right. Sorry about that. I had my mic on mute because I was coughing and could not get myself to clear my throat. So I was like, all right, got to turn that off a little bit. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to go to the south of the highway, and we are going to get 2 weapons. Or, excuse me, we're going to go get 1 weapon, just because there's not much else down in that area. Now remember, because you've beaten the catacombs or cave boss, that means you can transport out anywhere you need to go. I'm going to go back here, follow the road all the way back here. There's a site of grace somewhere in here. And down in this area is a giant. And there is a broken up caravan that has a weapon down there. Again, mostly just for collection purposes. I won't be using it myself personally. But if you so choose, go for it. Just so I don't run into any bats, let's wait until morning. I need to get the strength of that weapon up, man. Ooh, wow. Kind of give these marionettes a wide berth so that way you don't have to worry about getting fired at when you're on horseback. See, they're already... You jerk. It doesn't look like they are guarding anything. Not a single one of those hit. Good night. And there we go. A tree spear. Do you feel the excitement? Do you feel the excitement? I sure can't because we can't even use it. Well, that was totally worth it. Give me a sec. Dang it, give me a sec. All right, there we go. Next, we're going to come back up here, and I think we're going to call it a night. Yep, we're going to call it a night once we get back here, because what we're going to do tomorrow is start in this area. We're going to get a weapon. We're going to come up here. We're going to get a cookbook and something else. Come down here, get a Sight of Grace, and fight another boss. And then we'll just kind of go from there. A whoopity-doo, right? Let's go back. All right, this is where we're going to set up camp and call it a night. I want to thank you guys for tuning in when you did, or if you're watching this at a later point, thank you for giving it a view. Again, if you are feeling inclined to help the wife get to Carnegie Hall, feel free to donate at the link in the comments that I pinned. And hopefully, we'll be able to get her there with relatively no headaches. And life will be good. She'll get to do her once in a lifetime, and also get away from her weird-ass husband. And I think that's the bigger win out of the whole thing on that. So, again, if you feel like donating, great. If you don't, you are not obligated to at all. I'm just glad you came in, had fun, got some eyes on the cause that it's for. If you're so inclined, you can share the channel so that way you can get more eyes on what we're doing here. And maybe somebody else can donate. Either way, not obligated to do that either. If you just want to come in, make fun of my lack of gaming skills or the multiple deaths that I have on enemies I shouldn't be dying to, perfect. More than welcome to just go ahead and do that. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for stopping by and watching the video, or if you were live, thank you for putting eyes on it. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night, and we will continue with more Elden Ring shenanigans. Appreciate the support. Love you guys, and I hope you have a good rest of your night. We'll see you tomorrow night. Take care.